Trainer is Peter Miller. Now, he's got plenty of horses. He's got 4 horses. And I think we better start with the Golden Shaheen, because you presume you've been listening to what your fellow trainers have been saying about their horses. Roy H is yours, obviously Breeders' Cup winner. You're the one that supposed to be shot at, but tell you what, it feels like an unbelievable race in the making.
I haven't listened to them because I just got in the room, but I respect all the horses. They're all good horses. It's a tough race, but I've got 2-time Breeders' Cup champion, 2 times Eclipse Award champion. If he runs his race, they're all running for second money. But again, it's a big if he runs his race. He didn't run his race last year, and he's got to run his race. Otherwise, it's anyone's game.
Okay, you say he didn't run his race last year. Have you done anything different to ensure that perhaps you can guarantee that he can show what a star he is?
I think we've maybe not trained him quite as hard as we did last year. That's kind of what I'm thinking is the only difference. But I think it just matters. He missed the break last year. I think that cost him the race. He lost 3 or 4 lengths at the start. And, no horse can overcome that against good horses. So, I think it's imperative that he gets a good start and runs his race. Like I said, if he runs his race, he's the best horse. But, a big if.
And you're looking at him and thinking, well, he looks as good as ever. And
yeah, but horses make liars out of you every day. So I just if we were at home, it was a home game, it'd be a different story. When you ship all the way across the world, and different place, different barn, different surface, different rules, it's difficult.
Given that you've got this superstar, is there added pressure on you to get it right because you don't want to let the horse down, or you fairly?
Nah, the horse is 2 times Breeders' Cup champion, 2 times Eclipse Award. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody, let alone me. But like I said, if it was at home, I'd feel pressure. Being halfway around the world, I think it evens the playing field. So it's a good field of horses. They're good horses, and I think, like I said, if he runs his race, he'll win. But if ifs and whats were candies and nuts, it'd be Christmas all year long.
Well, and then you're throwing 2 darts in the Alquoz, and obviously another Breeders' Cup winner as well, Stormy Liberal. First, talk about his prospects and how, again, you feeling. Again, second last year.
He ran great last year. Again, 2 times Breeders' Cup champion, Eclipse Award winner this year. Dream come true to claim a horse like him for $40,000, and I'm blessed, and so owes me nothing, but he gives us all every time. Was a little unlucky last year. Ran into a little bit of traffic issues. But again, very strong field. Blue Point's a very good horse, and there are some other very good horses in the race. So, that's the beautiful thing about Dubai World Cup. It's not easy.
Well, clearly though, since that second, then he kicked on obviously with Breeders' Cup success. The horse is continuing to be very consistent.
Yeah, well, he had won the Breeders' Cup 2 years ago, yeah. So so he showed that he was a good horse then, and he ran well here. He's very consistent, tries very hard. But again, this is like the Breeders' Cup. It's all the best horses in the world gathered in one place, and whoever gets the trip and is feeling the best that day is going to be the winner.
You've got 2 Breeders' Cup winners, and in your coming here, that is to have that power of a quality of sprinter is do you feel lucky? What
Oh,
do
I feel blessed. I feel very lucky, very fortunate. You know, I'm very thankful to my clients, Gary and Amy Hartunian of Rockingham Ranch, for giving me the opportunity, and just very blessed to have these two fine geldings, Roy H. and Stormy Liberal. To win one Breeders' Cup is great. To win four, back to back with the same two horses is a dream come true. So, I'm very, very blessed, very, very lucky, and just again, hoping they run the race and get a good trip, and if that happens, then I'll be satisfied.
Can you see your other horse, Belvoir Bay, beating these two? She's a very talented mare, but can you see her beating Stormy Liberal?
She, on her best day, she can be brilliant. She's beaten the boys before, and she's got heart of gold, and she's a little tiny little filly, but she's something special, and again, it's going to come down to who gets the trip and who's feeling best that day. But I think if it's her day, I wouldn't be shocked if she won the race.
Which she's in good form at the moment, with the way she's been running.
Super form right now. She shipped over well, she's holding her weight, and she runs on anything. We got a great jockey in Flavian Pratt, knows her well, won many times on her. She's beaten the boys. So, I feel confident in both of my horses, but I'm sure the other 10, 12 trainers feel that way as well.
What's the key to training sprinters so successfully?
If I knew, I'd bottle it. I think it's just certain trainers have a knack for certain things. Some guys are fillies, some guys are colts, some guys are sprinters, some guys are turf, and so far we've had most of our success in sprint races. We've won some grade ones, long on the grass, long on the dirt, but I've kind of been pigeonholed as a sprint trainer. But I guess it's better be good at something than nothing. So I'll take it.
Well, to prove that theory, you better win the UAE Derby then with Grey Magician.
That'll be a magic trick. But he's a very good horse. He's a nice horse. He's in good form. It's a wide open field this year, and that's why we decided to take a chance. He won his maiden, very impressive at Del Mar by 9, going long. And he's run some decent races since, second in the stake at Maryland. But it's a wide open field. Again, whoever's on their best that day is going to be posing for a picture.
Inevitably, this race is always a sort of a Kentucky Derby question related. Where do you see, is this horse in that category, or will need to put in a career performance?
He's got to show me Saturday night that he belongs. If he runs a super race, an outstanding race, then we would certainly consider the Kentucky Derby. But right now, I'm just thinking about Saturday night, and he's got to prove that he belongs for us to really think about the Kentucky Derby.
The fact you brought him over here proves you think he does belong.
I think he certainly belongs in this race. I think the Kentucky Derby is another story. But horses get good quickly, especially young horses. So, he's in good form. He shipped well. So I think it's a wide open field. So I think he's going to run well.
What would it mean to you to have, obviously got these two big superstars, but if they both won, as a training achievement for you, what would it mean?
Words, I can't even think about it, because that's dream stuff. But if I allowed myself to even dream about it, it'd be similar to, winning 2 Breeders' Cups with them, So now this is the world stage. It's a great night of racing. Sheikh Mohammed puts on a great show, and I'm just honored to be here my third year in a row.
Well, enjoy the party on Saturday night, and hopefully there's every chance we may be interviewing you twice on Saturday. Any more questions for?
Have you, this morning you said you hadn't finalized what you were going to do. Have you thought more about when you might blow them out or what from this week?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna blow some of them out tomorrow, Tuesday. Just 3/8 of a mile, just kind of let them get a feel for the track and open up their lungs, stretch their legs, but nothing too strenuous.
With your two runners in the Elk class, obviously Stormy Liberal ran huge last year. But from an American point of view, how do you prepare for a straight race with your horses that haven't seen a straight race?
Yeah, it's a very good question. It's impossible to prepare for because we don't have straight tracks, so there really is no preparation to run straight. Last year, I think ran second and third with Stormy Liberal and Conquest Tsunami. I'd be thrilled if those were the same results this year. But there's really no preparation for that in the United States. We run around a turn, and they're two very game horses. Stormy had the race last year, so he at least has some experience. And Belvoir Bay came from Europe, so she might have had some experience running on the straight in